Hey, if you're like me, you don't know that much about the Overwatch characters. You just like how they play and how they look, which is fair enough. These short videos are for people who want to know a little bit of background and trivia about each of the characters in Overwatch. With that in mind, here's some stuff about Lucio.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Lucio Correia dos Santos grew up in a poor, crowded slum in Rio de Janeiro, which was suffering greatly due to the financial upheaval following the Omnic crisis. As Brazil began to recover from this, Lucio wanted to find a way to lift the spirits of those around him, and thus he began to make music. He found that his music had the power to bring people together, and at times even help people forget about their troubles. He performed on street corners, in block parties, and as he got older, at a string of legendary underground shows. Unfortunately, the multinational BLOC Corporation acquired a contract to redevelop large areas of the city. This threw Lucio's close-knit community into a panic. They had been told that the development would improve their lives. Instead, BLOC started to enforce curfews, crack down on what they perceived as lawless behaviour, and exploited the residents as a cheap labour force. Lucio wouldn't stand for this. He managed to steal the sonic technology that BLOC had been using to suppress the residents, modified it, and then used it as a tool to rally his community into an uprising, which then drove the corporation out of the area. This display of leadership made him an instant star, and a symbol for positive change. This caused his music to skyrocket in popularity, to the point where he was selling out arenas across the world. Since then, Lucio decided to use his fame as a tool to help influence positive change on a global scale. Lucio and Symmetra don't exactly see eye to eye. This is because Symmetra associates herself with the BLOC Corporation. Sometimes when Lucio kills her, he shouts,
"That's for my family back home!"
Lucio also appears to be a fan of D.Va. In the moment before a match starts, he sometimes asks for her autograph.
D.Va in the flesh! Woo! Can I get your autograph?
Only if I could get yours too. I love your new album.
Both of the tracks that Lucio plays when he uses his crossfade ability have officially been published by Blizzard. If you want to check them out, there's a link to both of them in the description. Lucio's Slapshot skin looks kinda similar to the gear that the Tampa Bay Lightnings wear. Both his Ribbit and Hibbity Hop skins, along with some of his sprays, are references to his frog logo. The logo is shown on his posters and album cover. Before Lucio was announced on the 5th of August in 2015, he was teased in an in-universe news article where he talks about his new album. There is of course a link to this article in the description below. Lucio is intended to be an embodiment of the Overwatch setting as a whole. He's said to be the response to Tracer's declaration,
The world could always use more heroes.
Lucio's voice actor is Johnny Cruz. He's only played small roles in other video games, such as Hitman and Prototype 2, but he's also been in a couple of films and TV shows. Lucio's quote,
"You gotta believe!"
is likely a reference to the video game Parappa the Rapper, in which Parappa says the line on a regular basis. The line,
I'm feeling some good vibrations.
is a reference to the famous song Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. His quote
That's how you get tinnitus.
is a reference to a running joke in the popular TV series Archer, in which the protagonist gets a gun fired next to his ear to get him to stop talking.
What the hell, Lana?
A line he says during gameplay is,
It goes to 11.
This is a reference to the movie This Is Spinal Tap, where the guitarist demonstrates an amplifier whose volume control is marked from 0 to 11 instead of the usual 0 to 10.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
And there you have it. I hope I wasn't wrong about anything, and I hope it was informative enough for you. Stay tuned for more of these videos in the near future. In the meantime, go and play Overwatch. Bye.